Hello, the time is now 2017 and I've been working on BLL for 350 days. Current version is 4.1 and I want to show what BLL can do today. And I want to say one more time that BLL is made for working without a mouse. So if I start dragging this in, this is a newly installed BLL. So if I wake the hard drive up, so QTE go sleep. And if I start the editor, the edit, and this is how the developer edition look like when you start. So if we go, the first thing I want to show you is little about the editor, and if we select this text we can move around this tab. We can increase and decrease the tab, and BLL also have autocomplete. So for example, if we press O, we can get all the O object, and if I select object control and continue writing, we can see this is all the command that we have to object control. So you don't need to learn all this sub function. It is that you only know it's like you only know O, and then you can see, yeah, it was object control, and then you go continue and it's like, what is it, what is set size, and then it's then it's going to be easier for you to write BLL code. And it also register variables. We can make a variable, and if I press H, we can see that our variable is registered. And I can remove and press H again, and we can see that it's no hello, hey in the code anymore. So this is about the code, and the editor is, as I say, made for working without a mouse, so I can change the different aspect of the editor. I can remove the toolbars, I can remove the status bar, and here we see this is the current script that is loaded, the text file that is loaded into the editor, and we can see here is the one that is loaded, and this is the version. And then we have some credits and a welcome text, and if I press Alt left and right, I can go in the index, in this case the function, so I can toggle between the function. I can also press, you can see here is the 5, 7. So if I want to go to sys on close, I press Control 9, and here I am in sys on close. And if Control 0, I have sys on create. So you can see in the list keyboard shortcut how to go there faster than to Alt left and right. If you press Control page up and page down, you go in this list. So if we go to edit, that is a text editor example. That is a editor. The point with the script is how to show you how to put this text editor in this tabbed object. But it also show how to decrypt and encrypt your document. So if we go to our BLL directory again, and we go to BLL sample and take a file like this. And if I want to crypt this file, I can press F6 and I make a key, and then I can make some cryptic keys. You see that I have here special, so I can make it harder to decrypt. And then I copy this and I press enter to set the key. And now I want to crypt this file, and I go to the same map as this, and I press a simple name and I put the extension mob. In this case, this example, if the extension is saved as mob, it's going to cryptate the file. And if I go here and press F5, we can see that this is the file. So we have the original file here, and we have a cryptate file as a duplicate in this example, so you don't start destroying file in your computer. So if I drag this, we still have the key in the memory, so it's going to decrypt the file on the fly. If I stop the script and start the script, he doesn't have the key in the memory, so when I drag the file now, it's going to show you how the file looked decrypted. So if I press F6 and I Control V, my very secretly key, and press enter and press Control R for reload, you can see that he now reload and decrypt the file for us. So you can see all this file is different example what you can do in BLL, and this file, this edit script is for decryption and how to handle a text array. And if we stay in version 2 of BLL, and this is the BLL commander, it's a file commander, and in version 3 it actually get a FTP client. So if I press F6, we can see here I have the different bookmark that I can use, and if we go and press enter on Sunet, we're going to log in on Sunet that is currently on the other side of the globe. And this is a very simple FTP client that you can mark file like this and press F10 to upload the file. We can press F1 to see the different command that you can do in this program. But the real strength is like this script. You can see here BLL code backup script. So if I press enter, we can see the script here, and if I press F5, I'm going to run this script, and what the script do is going to take all my BLL file and make a folder with today's date, and it also going to copy all the sample file. So instead of back up it manually, I can only go to this program and make a backup with a press of a button. And the release script here, we can see that I'm putting all the file for a BLL release. So this folder contain all the file for a developer release, ready for RAR and upload to the web page with a press of a button. And you can do similar script but for a FTP server. So that is BLL version 3, and in version 4 I start thinking that I want to include OpenGL. So here we can see this is a OpenGL, and this is the new command that we have for manipulating picture and lines, dots and circle and rectangular. And I make this script to have something to work with. when I add the functionality, I make this editor, so I can have something to test on. And we can see here I painted some dots, and I can undo this with pressing Ctrl Z, and I can even redo it with Ctrl Y. So I can undo this. And then if I press B, I can grab a bunch of tiles like this, and then I can press X to invert my brush, and I can press Y to make it upside down, and press X to put them together. And then I can take the brush again, take it, and then I can start painting with this. I can paint it around, and then you can see that I can undo the brush that I've been drawing one by one, like this. So, and you have this palette, and this is the ping file that includes all the tiles that you can use. And then you can grab them, you can turn them around 90 degrees, and then you can paint with this. And the point with BLL is that you can make standalone applications. So if I press F7 now, it's going to compile all the files in that is for our EdMap script. So we can see here he put together the GNU I'm sorry, it stands still in my head. I can't. This is for the compiling for the files, and this means that you can take all this file, this map, and move it to another directory. When he's done here, I can actually show it. And with the developer edition, it's going to make the exe file with your icon. And we see that this is going to be a heart, and if I press the properties of this, we can see that he's setting the information to the files. And if I do Control Alt B, we can see that here is the information that you put in the properties. So if we take this and I press Control X and I go to our root folder, and I go inside this is the standalone map editor, and if I press this exe file, we have our standalone map editor that we can move to even another computer, because we have these extra compiler files. Okay. And I go back here, and the next and the last news is 4.1, that I have a animation editor, and this editor is you have a player and you have this editor. So if I press Ctrl Alt J, we can see that this is the script for the player, and here we have instruction how to include a animation player to our own script. So this describes how to include bitmap, sound, and the animation itself. And then we have these 3 commands. Run. We run the script, the animation script, one time or endlessly. So the script is running over and over. And here we can stop it, and we can even stop it with this stop command. we can set frame. We can jump to a specific frame while we are playing, or we can move the frame while we are stopping the script. So when we start, we're going to start from this frame. So if we go back to the editor, we can see that this is the editor. And if I go out here and I go to the root directory, no, sorry, I want to go to the sample so I can get our example file. So this is our example animation. You can see here it having a head, and they have the eye and a mouse, and the animation is stopping, but the animation have this animation loop. So we say that a random number, so it's going to be minimum 25 frames to 60 frames. The blink is going to be between. So we have here the first open eyes is 0, and 0 all the way until the end of the cycle where he start closing the eyes, and then we have close the eyes. So if I go to the graphic program, we can see this is the head, and then we have the eyes. We have 9 eyes. So 0, he look to the left, 3, he look at us, and 6, he looking to the right. And then we even have the mouse and a glasses with a transparent glass. So if I press space, we're going to see the animation. And we see when he have this, is going to endlessly make the animation. So what I want to do now is I want to show you how to make a new object. So if I press F4, I get the object of the mouth. So this is the mouse, you see the information text, and this is the ID of the mouse. So I print 4 for a new object, and I want the same, the head as a parent, so it's going to follow the head. And then I'm going to press 9 and 37. I have done this sometime. And 0, this is the glasses is only one picture 0, and the last picture is 0. And then we print the information text, and then we have the bitmap 4, and then we press OK, and then we have glasses on our character. I can show you, if you press F4 for the property of our glass object, I can move the glass little to the right, and then I can run the animation, and you can see that the glasses is going to be following from that position that we put here in through the whole animation, because it's a child to the head. But I want to put the glasses on the here, so I put 17 to put the glasses up, and I test run it one more time. And it's good, so I press F12 for save it, and we go into animation picture, and then I save it to test 2. And as I say before, the point is with this is to include this script to other script, your own script, so you can run your animation in your own script. So here we can see in the EdMap script I already included the player, and I added here in the paint before flip that we're going to call our animation paint function, and we are in the onPaint function. And what this script is doing is going to add the player, and when I press F2, so if we go to key down, as I say before, this is the shortcut for on key down. So if we go down and look for F2, so we see here is F2, the 113 is the ASCII, and we have a if case that is checking if this is never set. It's going to run this, and this is going to load the bitmap and the sound, and then it's going to load the animation. And if I have run this, so this editor loaded is 1, is going to toggle, and toggle is going to, if the animation is stopped, it's going to start, and if it's the animation is running, it's going to stop, and it's going to play it one time and then go back and stop. So we run this and I press F2, so it's going to only load the animation, and we see that he's standing here and he's blinking and waiting for us to press F2 again. And then he go back, and then the animation is stopped, and we can see that it is on top of the animation of our script, in this case the EdMap. And I want to show you, we have this version without the glasses, so we can see we save it as test2, but we see here we don't have the glasses, so I need to go back to the animation program and get the glasses, and here's the glasses, and I go back and we have bitmap, and you see that this ping file is located in the animation editor, and I want it to be run in the EdMap directory, so I need to change the address. And now if I press F5 and press F2, we can see that he load the new animation that I saved, and if I run this, and then I can pause it, you can see he's standing still there, and then if I press F2 again, he's going to finish the animation to the end, and there he stop and stand blinking forever. So this is what I want to show you today, and thank you for watching, and I hope to see you around. Bye.